Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, I appreciate you tuning in, appreciate you checking us out. Today we have a review, another Ultimate Edition review. I'm super pumped for this one. I honestly slept on this figure a little bit. I saw it when it was announced and it wasn't really my timeline of watching wrestling. I wasn't even born, to be honest with you, during this timeline. And honestly, I don't really know this character in this timeline. Never even watched it really. I watched WCW, watched the Monday Night Wars, watched the recaps, right? And I never really saw this play out in live action, I guess you could say. So this is exciting for me. I got to go back and study my history. But when I found this figure in person and saw the detail and all the accessories and just everything about it, I had to pick it up, had to add it to the collection, not just because I'm complete on Ultimates, but because this figure deserved it. This is a really great looking figure and I'm pumped to have it. We are reviewing Rowdy Roddy Piper from the Monday Night Wars Walmart exclusive line. This figure looks great. It did have a little bit of a marking on the head sculpt here, which I will try to remove before we review it and get it out of the box. Hopefully it works out. Box is pretty simple. You got Hot Rod on the side, WCW with the date there as well of this figure. Oh man, my ring light doesn't want to cooperate with me. All right, I'll show you that in a minute. But it does say Nitro, April 28th, 1997 there. So that's pretty cool that they actually give you the date of when this figure was basically modeled after and when it took place. Got Hot Rod, Rowdy Roddy Piper on the side. Back of the box, you can see the figure and obviously the man himself. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. It was mint. It was the only one. If you saw the toy hunt, I'll drop a picture right here of that video. We found it. It was the only one in the store. I was super pumped. And now I'm super pumped to review it for you guys. And hopefully you enjoy. Here we go. Alrighty guys, so we got Hot Rod out of the box. And now we have the plastic bubble in front of us here. We see all the accessories that come with them. You see how awesome those head sculpts are. My personal favorite has to be that yelling sculpt. It looks phenomenal. Over here you see this one looks a little weird. The gums are extremely pink there. I don't know if they did that purposely or if I got a weird one, but they're like really pink for some reason. You can barely see the white on his teeth. I don't know if I was missing something there. Again, maybe that's just how he looked. We got that leather jacket, and it's the molded jacket, which will go along with the molded arms that you can put an undershirt on for him. You can put that over an undershirt. I mean, it comes with two of them. It's got the icon shirt and it's got the reality shirt as well. And again, I'm not really sure what exactly these shirts meant at this time. Again, didn't really tune into WCW, wasn't born at the time, so excuse me for not knowing my history. But being an Ultimate Edition completist, I had to pick it up, and it looks phenomenal. So explain to me if you know what these two shirts mean. I would love to know the history. And more often than not, I don't have the time to go back and study. So if you do know, drop a comment, let me know what they mean, because I'm very interested. Comes with two closed fist hands, as well as basically, I would call it the promo hands, him talking junk, probably with open hands, pointing at somebody funny. And then over here, you get to the actual figure. You see those blue and white socks, the blue knee pads underneath, which we'll get to once we get him out. The kilt, and there he is, the Hot Rod. And you could see there the little bit of marking on his nose. I'm gonna try to get it off. Hopefully it comes off easily, but if it doesn't, yeah, it is what it is. That's why we have two other head sculpts. But this figure looks phenomenal. I can't wait to get it out. Let's do it. Alrighty guys, so we were able to clean up that Piper head sculpt. Just kind of picked at it with my nails. It looked like just paint had dried, maybe gotten on his nose. I don't know what had happened there, but it did clean up, so thank God. The body mold is right on for this Piper in his later years of his career, obviously. And he's got those, I want to say they're like a greenish brown. I don't know. They're like almost like a army green colored boot. Maybe I'm colorblind. With the white bottoms. He's got the RP for Roddy Piper on him with the white laces. You see the white socks with the blue pinstripe protruding out. Same RP on the other boot. The kilt is actually really cool. So I was looking at this little belt here. It moves, obviously. And I was like, man, how does that even come off? And then I was looking for Velcro here or something, because it felt kind of like a soft good material. It's light plastic. And it actually comes off just like a title belt. So it has that little attachment there that goes into the belt buckle, and it pops right off. And then the kilt is Velcro, so you just go back, pop the kilt right off. Would be easier with two hands. We're working on a setup where I can have the camera up and use two hands, but I'm actually not sure how the heck I'm going to do that with the little apartment. So we're working on it. Bear with me, guys. But there is Piper with just those simple sky blue trunks, and the same thing there for the knee pads. So the ring attire is really quite simple, not a lot going on, but the figure itself is awesome. Like I said, the body mold works perfect for him. He's not too jacked, not too skinny. He's got the butterfly joints per usual with the elbows that we all love, those double jointed elbows. And the head moves perfectly in all directions, not loose really at all. We love that. And it sits on there nice. No excessive neck showing from either side like some of the Ultimates usually have. And yeah, the figure itself, like I said, no loose joints or anything. Came right out of the package. Stiff joints, ready to be displayed in ring gear or clothes. And I just wanted to say, if you thought that these shirts were t-shirts, they are not. They're actually cutoffs. So I didn't know that, but they are just cutoffs, not with sleeves or short sleeves at all. So that's pretty interesting. Let me get a better look at these head scans, guys. This one looks absolutely crazy. Man, he looks like a serial killer in that. Looks nuts. That evil heel Piper face. And then we have the second head sculpt as well, which is my personal favorite. That yelling sculpt there. I think they knocked that right out of the park. Thing looks awesome. All right, let's get some of this gear on him. Get some different head sculpts on. We'll show you what he looks like, guys. All right, so I always show a little bit of this process, so you could fast forward if you are familiar with the Ultimate Edition line. If you're new to collecting, or you're just checking out this video and you've never really messed with the Ultimate Edition WWE Mattel figures, very easy to get on the clothing, accessories, and the other arms. So it comes with this little ball joint here. You just pop that right out, and you just stick the new arm in after you put on the shirt, which would go right over the torso there very easily. Just wanted to show you that if you are a new collector and you didn't know. There's how that torso will look once you just slide that shirt on. You've obviously removed both arms, tuck the shirt into the kilt, and boom. We went ahead and threw that molded jacket over the Icon shirt. And you might be asking, why are you displaying him with the Icon shirt over the reality shirt? Well, again, I don't know the meanings of these shirts, and Rowdy Piper is an icon, probably the best heel of all time, if not one of the best. So definitely went with the Icon shirt, and now I'm just going to put those arms in there, and we're going to get them molded and displayed how we want on our shelf. Just so you guys know, I was putting this arm in, and this piece here was a bit hard to move. It took a little love doing it safely so that it didn't break. But to actually be able to move his arms down, because I put the arm in and it was just straight like that with this ball going forward. So I ended up having to pop it back out and move this piece down myself so that he can actually move his arms and be displayed differently. Unfortunately for me, I think this arm is just somehow wrong. So I was messing with the joint, making sure it was good to go in. And if you see here, it's supposed to go in this way and be his left arm, but the elbow joint is forward. Ugh. So I think we're gonna have to move this thing around, and it's gonna look funny. It's gonna look very funny, but that's how we're gonna have to put it in. And you see how it's lopsided and wrong there? That is what it is. It's a minor defect. But in order for us to get this elbow to move forward and have this joint go in this way, I think they gave us the wrong top joint. It is what it is. We'll see how it looks when we get it on. Alrighty guys, so there you have him. Hot Rod Roddy Piper. Figure looks phenomenal once you get him all set up. It does take a little while if you want the jacket accessory on, just to really break in all the joints and get it to move the way you'd like it to. The elbow joints are a little bit harder on the molded jacket arms. Just my opinion, again, maybe it's just the one that I got. Love the yelling head scan on him. The open hands really look good on him too. But yeah, this is the one weird thing there. You could see that the arm is just a bit off. They must have given me, something was wrong with that left arm. I'm not sure what, but you could see just, it's off. It is what it is though. It's just staying in my collection, so I'm not too concerned about it, but just something to look out for if you are putting on the molded arms. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for me on this review. Again, this Piper figure really exceeded all of my expectations. It looks great. I'm so thrilled to have it in the collection and that I was able to find it on an actual toy hunt and not have to pay a little bit more, because the Walmart Ultimate Editions, they get weird. If you don't find it at Walmart, you're gonna probably pay, I mean, if you let it drop down a little bit, you might get it for 45 bucks when everybody has them in hand and then they're selling them on eBay. But if you don't find this thing in that first couple of weeks and then you wait and you miss out on it, it's going to go up. I mean, the Eddie Guerrero on card is going for over 100 bucks, I think, right now. And Rey Mysterio's around that 70 ballpark. So they are harder to find. I'm really glad we found him, and the figure looks great. Hopefully this review helped you guys. You enjoyed it. That's always the goal here, is just to make sure you guys are getting content that you're going to enjoy and that you're going to like. So hopefully you did. And if you did, please don't forget to subscribe, leave the video a like, and comment down below, how can I fix the channel? What can I do to show you guys the figure in different ways that you might want to see? Because again, I'm just unboxing it and doing what I usually do before I display the figure on my shelf, sharing it with you guys. So it might not be perfect, but I do appreciate all the input and advice that you may have, even if it might not go that way, if, you know, I can't do it. I don't know, I'm in a small space. But we're trying to give you guys the content that you would like to see on YouTube, and I appreciate you being here. So thank you so much. Take care, God bless as always, and we'll see you really soon.